Hello, everyone. I hope that you have enjoyed your lunch break and now feel refreshed and ready to hear the upcoming case study. Here we are now to tackle one of the challenges in the IT industry. Life in the IT industry does not have to be so dynamic and unpredictable as we often believe it to be. My guest today is Dusan Jovanovic, the head of human resources in SAG Global Company. Dusan had a highly successful year, and during this case study, he will summarize some of the most important elements which HR should gather and nurture within the organization with the purpose to succeed a very low attrition rate of the seniors in the IT industry. Dusan has been also a great support to the HR world community by spreading knowledge not only with the fellow HRs, but also as a mentor to the HR starter students. Dusan, we are eagerly expecting to hear about the importance of the individual approach toward each employee. And thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you, Milica, for inviting me. Thank you for this lovely introduction, and also congratulations on such an amazing event. And the HR Week is one of the key events, and congratulations to the whole team. Hello, everybody. Thank you for your time today, and thank you for choosing to listen my story after lunch. I'll try to keep you amused and and also to share with you a few useful information. About the topic itself, first time when I spoke with Nevena Stanislavic from HR World, who is a founder and a CEO of the company, we discussed about the topic zero attrition in the IT industry. And at that time, actually, that was in June 2021, and we had nobody who actually left the company for that year. And when we agreed the topic, 2 or 3 days later, two of the juniors kind of resigned. I said, okay, Nevena, this is not a good sign. Let's change the topic and speak about another one. We agreed a new topic, but then back in September, she said, Dusan, maybe the topic could be interesting, and let's kind of reopen the topic. I said, okay, we agreed, and we discussed about the senior ones. So 2 weeks later, when we agreed the topic, one senior resigned. I said, oh, this is not a good sign. But in any case, this is the last time that I'm going to speak or mention the word attrition, because something weird happens. Joke aside, it's really serious topic. We are approaching it to very systematically, and hopefully after today you will have kind of some useful infos. As I said at the beginning, what's the plan for today? I'm going to send some of the I'm going to send to show you actually a video which lasts like 4 minutes and 16 seconds. So it's a bit longer video, but it's actually a presentation. After that, I will elaborate further the points which I made, and then I hope there will be room for questions. So in any case, enjoy, and please prepare your questions. Enjoy. Hope you like the video, and everything was okay with the music as well. So as I mentioned at the beginning, importance of the culture is something that these times is becoming more and more important. And actually, I think that today is a time where people are choosing, not choosing the company that they will work for, but the people they will work with. And actually, that's something that it doesn't change for the either you're junior, senior, or medium or senior. Uh, in any case, we are in the times which actually I don't know if they happened in the past, and circumstances on a daily level are changing, and the priorities have been changed, and therefore the companies also needs to adjust and to make the change, and also to make frequent switches. Those changes are also opportunity for HR, since this is a kind of network of HR professionals. Uh, this is also a time when HR can increase its strategic meaning over the business, and actually be more supportive over the business, and actually earn the place on the table, or to be an equal partner, in case it didn't so far. For that, it's a two-way street. HR should learn more about the business, and I think that businesses are starting actually learning how HR can help them, especially in the times uh, where we are now. Uh, I don't know about the IT community. You saw the aliens picture. Everybody are talking kind of like IT. Wow, it's something special. Actually, it's not. The people who are working in the IT community, and seniors especially, are regular normal people as you and I are. And from that perspective, uh, as an HR professional, I am somebody who is approaching them and speaking with them, and trying to understand their needs, requests, demands that we share, and kind of uh, to have personalized communication. And that's something that I don't know if when I started working in the IT community, it was kind of one of the prejudices, like, "Ooh, don't touch them, they are an IT people," but on the contrary. So that would be some of the main tips and tricks. So treat them as you would treat any other colleague from any other industry, and that's a enough for a good start. Uh, I did mention in the presentation about the big attrition, or big reshuffling, how some companies are calling it. As we speak today, a lot of people across the world kind of decided to quit or to change the jobs. I gave you some of the numbers, some of the statistics. I mentioned US in July was 4 million people. In August, which we didn't see in the presentation, was 4.1, and it's happening across the organization. And uh, in case the companies didn't do it, they should do it as soon as possible. Adjust to the new circumstances, and actually uh, to become more flexible, to adopt hybrid way of work from home. That's something that's kind of request on the market in Serbia as we speak. I kind of get the feedbacks from different candidates that they did not accept job offers from some bigger companies because they didn't allow them flexibility and work from home. And that's something that's kind of a new must, especially for the IT industry where there is a big competition, because it doesn't care if you are on a boat or at home or in the office, as long as you do the job done. Uh, One of the advice actually, and one of the conditions to speak is to mention is to have diversity in the organization. It would be great if that diversity could be kind of included with international factor, but in any case, it should be a mix of juniors, seniors, intermediate, people from different backgrounds, with different statuses, because we can all learn from each other, and it's useful for the organization itself. Uh, the topic itself was how to establish zero attrition in the IT. It's obviously not possible, and that's something that we should all have in mind. And it should not be a goal per se, because people, when they new people can always bring new energy, new philosophy, new ideas and proposals. The people who go and come back, they are richer for the senior, for more experiences, and that's something that it could be valuable. But what I like to say to the all new colleagues and everybody else, guys, we are not running a 100 meters race. We are running a marathon. And I'm speaking from a position of the company who is on the market for 31 years. So it is kind of more beneficial if you are treating people on a long-term basis, and that's some kind of advice. But people will come and go, and it's the industry in different stages. Seniors, they have different private or professional goals, and as an organization, as an HR, you should encourage them and actually uh, uh, close the door in a way that they want to come back. Luckily, we are doing in that way, that people actually here as a global, who leave, they want to come back, and we allow that possibilities. Uh, some of the One of the things that I wanna emphasize is that employment and engagement time in new company to become a journey, to actually create a great journey, to define steps, and also to be able to redefine them as the career develops, because usually in the market, in the young markets, what is happening is that you have somebody who is the kind of an IT or developer for a longest period of time, and then you are the most senior one, you know the most, then you are going to be a leader and a manager. Even somebody does not want to do that, and they want to kind of be only in to work on technical tasks. And those are the things that actually sometimes I think that companies can forget. Their employees as well, and they also need to be treated from that perspective, and to speak and to ask them about their needs and where they want to go with their careers. Change of careers. We have such a kind of amazing example. So people worked in one department, senior ones, they wanted to move, we supported them. Expat cases, so possibility to go abroad when possible. That's something that is great. But overall, once when you become a senior, your journey does not end; it continues, and that's something that companies maybe sometimes can forget and should not. One of the tips that I mentioned was to help them find their niche and give them full support to grow in that area. And that's something that, senior people, they like challenges. And if you do let them do repetitive work or the same technologies, at some point motivation will get lost. And that's the reason why actually companies should offer them possibilities to be a real kind of experts in some area and actually support them to grow in that area. That's something to discuss about it. One of the things that also is kind of important related to this topic is actually to involve them in the recruitment phases and actually make them a partners of building your organization. And that's something that uh, can bring benefits because uh, they cannot do it, they cannot succeed by themselves. They need help, and if they are allowed to pick colleagues that they will work with them, that's amazing, and it brings much more to the motivation. Uh, I also did mention, remember the photo with the young guy and the bodybuilder guy, and the juniors, they need time to develop, but also the seniors, they need time, they need to maintain their shape and actually to grow even bigger. And that's the reason why these companies, when they are doing the research planning, they should always enable time for personal education. When the seniors are actually leading the teams, they should have a time to uh, uh, train their teams and actually to have a kind of time for everybody. Because usually, if you put on the project, then you say, hey, you have a team. Then I mean, uh, obviously you would have overutilization in the long term. It's not sustainable solution. So maybe something to think about, and actually while planning culture and the strategy of a long-term kind of doing business is something that enables those things to make happen. Uh, I did mention the flexibility of the organizational structure. Uh, some industry actually, by its definition, they have strict organizational structures. In IT, it's not that much, but also what I think that some of the companies might kind of might lack the flexibility, and there is a resilience of change. And actually, my message is that to test the organization, to actually be able and show the example that your organization can change and should adjust toward the career aspirations of the senior people. So it does not have to be only, so they can move aside, they can work with peers, they can be a virtual management. So different ways, but nevertheless, uh, uh, the main point is actually not to feel that like they are in the army, but they are equal. Remember, they are intellectual people with a lot of experience, with specific knowledge. If you tell them what to do and actually make them somebody constantly tells them what to do, why did you hire them? Uh, I need to say actually one story. When I joined SA Global, I had presented to my CEO at the time like few strategical things which we should implement. And the comment was, Dusan, we hired you not to that we tell you what to do. It's that you tell us what we should do. And that's the way which empowered me, gave me integrity. And that's my personal example, but I see the same thing with other people. And, you know, with those small things, you make your company and organization structure something that people does not want to lead. Uh, Take care about the family members as well. One of the this is something that maybe should be, I don't know, the first three topics, but it's so important. It's so important that people actually, with the long hours, with everything else, they're engaged as well. Like and you should take care about them. Personal medical insurance, health insurance. That's something that's kind of a must and became something quite usually. Life insurance. I gave several examples, but this is the moment where this topic you can be free to choose, and actually depends from the environment, from the culture, and from the people. One of the tips which I would say, never to implement them all at once, because if you eat caviar every single day, it becomes boring. So actually implementing of a new benefits should be part of that. It's how much time I have? I have like
Hi, Dusan. Well, we have about 4 minutes, but we have two questions. That is why I am back. I can give you a few more seconds to finish your sentence if
actually
it's okay.
okay. Yeah, to make them part of the business. Actually, it's a financial part. It's very important. This is something which is happening on the market as we speak, on a local market. That's something that's important to connect the success of the company with personal wealth of your seniors, of all employees as well. And most important topic is care all the time. And it's the easiest one. Okay? That's it.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, Dusan, so much. And I would like to start with the questions now because we have two quite interesting questions. And the first one says, do you think that seniors are a bit spoiled and demanding because they know what their skills are and that they are in high demand?
My personal example in the SE Global is that uh, seniors are actually the least demanding people, and HR should say no, should be able to say no. It's okay to say no to some requests. I know that it's kind of a taboo topic in the IT industry, but this is something that it's okay to say no. And my answer to the seniors, according to personal experience, no, they are the least demanding. I think.
And from your experience, who is the most demanding?
Let me say that I had a case where in one company, junior approached me and he asked me to change music in the toilet because he didn't like it in the morning. So he was a junior one, and but this is also something that is changing. Hello World recently had a kind of some of the questionnaire about that, and I think that the market is slowly realizing that you cannot kind of have a 1 or 2 year to be 1 year in an IT and then to become like to ask 50% of the higher salary and then to ask I don't know coconut milk or something like that. I think that the bubble that was kind of the community discussed it's kind of slowly down, and HR's role is actually by explaining how culture it is and actually that uh, kind of making that the employment is not a paycheck relationship, that there is so much more in that it can help with that. Recruitment is a block, is a stop. So we don't prefer to hire the people who are there just for money, not because of the money, because we give more and we expect something else. What was the second question?
Of course. Yes. And the second question was how not to lose the company culture in adjusting to seniors.
Thanks. That's a great question. We, as a global, announced 3 years growth strategy on a global level. And one of the first things that they did is they arranged cultural workshops across the globe, which started with the CEO and the board management, and now it's going kind of the whole company. The main messages are that culture, we don't want to become corporation and we don't want to kind of lose the touch and personal touch. And that's a good example. So you preach what you teach what you preach. I think that's the term. And actually, you live what you say, and it starts from the CEO and goes down. And it's also a continuous story. It's not something that you do today and you forget tomorrow, but it's over and over and over again. So many small things. Speak openly, as I said. If you create a culture that it's okay that somebody leaves, that senior leaves, and that he or she comes back after that, then it means that your choice was okay, and then the message that you are sending to the others is also a positive one.
Wonderful. Dusan, thank you so much for selflessly sharing the knowledge today and every other day or at every occasion. When we contacted you, you never said no to us. And that is why the whole HR community is thankful. We heard lots of great things from you today. And I'm very excited also to hear the next panel, which is awaiting us at the main stage, where we are going to explore the innovation and if innovation in this 9 to 5 mindset is possible or not. Let's bust this myth. See you at the main stage.